W-H-I-T-N-E-Y. Who's that girl? It's Whitney Reynolds. Oh, she's got a show. Catch it on the weekends. Every single Saturday, right at noon. On Chicago's NBC 5.2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Weekends with Whitney. This is a special edition. You got it, folks. I'm on skates, but they're not just any skates. We are doing roller derby. There's so much noise behind roller derby. People are talking about it all out and about. I'm joined by Wendy Vestovich, also known as Minerva Damage. That's right. You have all your wild names here at roller derby.
Yeah, we do. It's part of the culture of roller derby that we get to have an alter personality.
So I'll go as Rough Reynolds today. Instead of being Whitney Reynolds, we just can go ahead and say Rough Reynolds.
All right, okay.
I'm kind of in the mood with the skates on, all this kind of stuff. So the noise on the street, everyone's talking about you guys. Roller derby has really just taken off. I would say not just in 2012, but it's been going, like it's been kind of the hype for a couple years. Tell us a little bit about the history of it.
So modern roller derby, the sport that I play, pretty much started in Austin, Texas around 2003, 2004.
My homeland.
And yes, yeah, I heard it. And we had two of our founders actually went down to Austin, Texas, and they went to a bout. And they said, you know what, Chicago is actually the birthplace of roller derby back in the 30s all the way up through the 70s. So they said, we got to bring this back to Chicago.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Juana Rumble and Sister Sledgehammer are our founders.
I love the names. That is so much fun. So they went down to Austin. Roller derby's been going on since, I mean, like way back in the day.
The 30s, yeah.
The 30s. And it was always a women's contact sport.
It was, yeah, it started out, I believe, as women's, but then it was co-ed. So in the 30s, it was more of a marathon sport. You skated around the track until you dropped, basically.
Now, you know, I want to make mention that this is the track behind us, and this is where a lot of the rowdiness happens. And then I automatically thought, whenever I put on the skate today, this took me back to like my fourth grade birthday, you know, when you're skating around with the bunny, but this is not just your normal skating. I mean, this is contact sport.
Yeah, I like to compare it to ice hockey on roller skates. There's heavy hits, a lot of speed. You have to know how to stop, and you have to have a lot of control.
Now, have you ever been injured?
Yes, I have. I had a muscular injury in my hip, and I couldn't move my torso for a couple weeks. And I have some minor bumps and bruises, but you know, we all like to compare our bruises with each other.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the welcome to the team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yep.
Show your bruises. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't think I would join in that, but I'm loving the skates. I'm loving the whole feel of this.
Yeah.
But would you say it was the movie? What was the movie?
Whip It.
Whip It that really like helped gain momentum about roller derby. I know that it was like mainly it was a comedy. There was a lot of things that were probably drawn out a little bit more than they really are. But overall, the action of it, elbowing, is that something that you normally see?
Oh no, elbowing is a penalty.
Okay,
so,
we're going to talk to a ref a little bit later on the show, so we will figure out all the rules.
Oh, yes, and he will tell you because he sent me to the box many times.
Oh, I believe it, Minerva Damage. I absolutely believe that.
So yeah, but the movie Whip It, I think it really highlighted the female camaraderie and the ability for women to play a contact sport that's not readily available out.
And what are you
in the world.
actually doing whenever you're skating around? What are we trying to do?
So the point of the game is to score the most points. So you have two teams on the track, and there's a pack, and that pack is comprised of 4 blockers from each team. And then there are 2 jammers, 1 jammer from each team. Those are the point scorers. And so what the jammer's objective is to get through the pack initially and then lap the pack, and for every opposing team member that they pass, they get a point. Wow. So the maximum amount of points you can score in one lap is 5 points. But you can keep going, and sometimes we have 20 and 25 point scoring jams. But the pack also has to prevent the other team's jammer from getting in, and then you have to assist your jammer to get through as well. So you're playing offense and defense at the same time, and that's when a lot of the big hits happen.
So many things to know. And you guys play at UIC?
Yes, UIC Pavilion is where we have our bouts.
That is so awesome. How many fans usually show up for that?
Oh, we get between, I would say between 1,000 and 2,000 fans every bout.
Oh my goodness. So that brings me to my next question, is gaining momentum. How do we make this like a pro or an Olympic sport eventually?
Well, I think the initiative is there. There's a committee, I believe, that's trying to get roller derby into the Olympics, and it's such a fast-growing sport. The problem is that we don't get paid, and we all have day jobs. So the time commitment is limited. If we were to become professional athletes, then we would give up our day jobs gladly and get paid to do the sport. But I would hope that within the next 10 or 15 years, this would be a professional sport.
What is your day job?
I am a mobile application designer.
That is so cool. And you were saying, I know we were talking earlier, and it was, you said that there's some teachers that do roller derby.
Oh, yes.
What's the funniest one that you ever see the contrast between?
Oh, gosh. Well, we have a Montessori school teacher. We have nurses. We have a police officer, a lawyer.
I can see maybe the police officer.
Yeah. And we have personal trainers and bartenders and dog walkers. I mean,
that is so much fun. And maybe a talk show host.
Maybe a talk show host.
I have to show you my skills a little later, but I'm feeling like you're going to be begging for this.
I see it in you.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've been loving these skates ever since I strapped them on. Last but not least, the age. How old are the women? Are they young? Are they, what's the demographic here?
Well, you have to be 21 to be a Windy City roller.
Okay.
So, but I personally, I'm 37, and we have skaters into their 40s, so we have everyone from 21 and up.
Is there a cutoff, like you can't do past 40? Or?
As soon as your knees give out.
That's when you
stop.
As soon as your knees give out. And unfortunately, I still have one bad knee, so maybe we'll have to rethink this whole decision. Now, you are on Hell's Bells.
Yes.
And that is a team that competes for Windy City Rollers.
It's a home team, yes.
Okay.
So there's 4 home teams. We have the Hell's Bells, the Double Crossers, the Manic Attackers, and the Fury. 7 of them.
And you guys are currently number 2, which is so awesome.
Yes, right now we are, and we will be battling it out for the Ivy King Cup coming up here in the next couple months.
So much going on. Okay, thank you so much, Wendy, or may I say Minerva. Guys, the t-shirt.
So I have a little gift for you because you're now an unofficial member of the Windy City Rollers.
Woo!
And so I heard that you like the high heels, and I took it upon myself to give you a derby name.
Yes! Oh my goodness, forget Reynolds, I'm Stiletto Leto. Oh my, this is amazing. I'm gonna wear this, everywhere. You better watch out.
I hope we made you a fan.
I am not only a fan, but I'm telling you, I might just have to hit the rink sometime with you.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Minerva
Thank
Damage.
you.
Guys, coming up next, we're gonna break down roller derby so much more. We're gonna get down to the rules with a ref and talk to some team captains. We'll be right back.
This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Smile Actives. Create a fresh new smile with the advanced clinically proven Smile Actives tooth whitening pen. Smile Actives is an easy way to dramatically whiten your teeth anytime and anywhere. Are you ready to take the Smile Actives challenge? 7 shades in 7 days. I know I'm doing it. If you want to know what makes me smile, this is it. Visit smileactives.com.
Hello and welcome back. I am almost suited up to my own liking. Look, I got the little t-shirt on. I'm loving it. They are really making me feel a part of this whole roller derby thing. I'm joined by Katie Calhoun. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Welcome.
Well, welcome. Thank you for having us here. This is so much fun.
This is a blast.
Now, you're a team captain for Hell's Bells.
Hell's Bells.
Am I saying that right?
It is.
It sounds like I say it a little too chipper. I need to say it more like...
I was going to say, you need a little bit more grit in that.
Yes, and so your roller derby name is Maya Salt.
Maya Salt.
Okay, and so these names are all really funny. I mean, these are very cute, yet they're kind of rough.
You gotta have a little aggression in it.
You
intimidate people.
It was so funny. When we started today's shoot, I was like, oh, my name will be Ref Reynolds, but y'all already had another name for me, so I love it.
And I think it suits you a little bit better.
It does. I love my high heels. So let's talk about being a team captain.
Yeah.
What does that consist of?
Basically, we have a team of up to 20 girls. Right now, the Hell's Bells are at 17, so we have a few draft spots open.
Oh, now...
That's
you
the
did
fun
say
part.
I looked good on skates.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I must. Okay, so how do you draft the girls? How does that work?
We have a team called the Haymarket Riders, where we have a couple of our girls train them and develop them into skaters and potential derby girls, hopefully. And then we see the potential in them and we take them to our team. And
now, is there any hazing that goes on, or kind of whenever you watch them? No, of course not.
But I was gonna say the hazing is just watching them learn how to skate in general. It's kind of. It can be entertaining.
Do some people come here and maybe have never laced up skates before, but they maybe want to try something new?
They look like a baby deer on skates with their knees knocking.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is so funny to think about, because I could see a couple of my girlfriends be like, I want to try a new chapter in life. Let's try roller derby.
They should. Send them out.
That is so much fun. So you have kind of like a training team.
Yeah.
And that group is called the what?
Haymarket Riders.
Is there any way that someone can say, hey, I'm a pro skater, have been doing this, they always have to go through.
They have to try out for the league, and then once they're try out, then they make the Haymarket Riders, and then they can skip right into their blocking test and agility test and start going to regular practices. But other than that, yeah, like you have to go through like, you know,
it's like a training.
Easy
this
stuff.
This is not paid.
No.
This is something that, would you say, it's not necessarily a hobby either, because I think that you guys are much more passionate than just your normal like scrapbooking hobby. This is something that you take very personal.
I mean, we train at our all-star level. We train up to 6 days a week sometimes.
Crazy.
Plus, that's just on skates. Like we also have our off skate stuff we have to do and keep up with. And
speaking of off skates, what do you do on the side? I'm sure everyone at home is fascinated about all sorts of stuff.
Yes.
You know, looking at you girls doing this, and then what do you do on this?
Well,
like for your...
personally, I do a lot of Pilates, and I also right now we're on a strict running regimen for the All Stars.
Ooh.
So got to run a few miles every week. And
what would you say your day job is?
I'm a bartender.
Okay, so your day and night job.
Yeah, actually, it's a day job. I get to bartend during the day.
Oh wow! Okay,
Yeah.
that's fun.
It is.
So then you do this at night.
Yes.
Most of the time, what time do the scrimmages? Do you scrimmage once a week?
We scrimmage once a week. We each have a team practice once a week, and then there's many league practices.
This is
blocking,
a
agility,
full-time
pivot.
commitment, I feel like. So the team is 17 people. You can take up to 20.
Yep.
How does someone, once they have the mini team, and then they get drafted, do you girls get to, like, every team just gets to pick one, or how does that work?
Well, it's a very complicated process where everybody on the league gets ranked in each team, and then you take the average and figure out who gets first draft pick. And like, it's very, very competitive too. So
it sounds very competitive. I can only imagine. Do you have people that come and watch this, or is it something that happens?
No, it's very private. We do it like, because the rankings are very private, and you want to know. And then the fun part is once you get your draft picks, you get to call them up and say, congratulations, come on out.
And do you give them a shirt then?
We usually give them little gift bags.
Oh my goodness,
they're full of red and black gear for the Bells. Or,
I love that. I love that. And so you guys are currently, the Hells Bells are number 2. 2. Yes. And how do you work your way up to number 1? Is it just keep playing?
Right now, yeah, we're only 2 games into our season.
Oh, okay.
So we won our first, lost our second.
Okay.
And we're hoping for a second win.
Of course, I think it's coming. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. So you play at UIC, and this floor that's here with us right now actually goes.
Yes.
Tell us how that process works.
It's a big process because on Friday nights, our games are always on Saturday. So on Friday night, we have a whole crew, including skaters, that come down and tear this whole thing down.
Wow.
Put it on a truck. They drive it over to UIC, and then a whole nother crew to put it back up, and then tear it down after the bout, and then the skaters come and put it back together.
How do we eventually get 2 of these mats? Let's how do we tell our viewers how to get these
Donations,
mats?
please.
Donations.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And where would they do that?
WindyCityRollers.com, I'm guessing.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. Wonderful. Well, guys, coming up next, we are going to talk more about roller derby. We'll be right back.
This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Smile Actives. Create a fresh new smile with the advanced clinically proven Smile Actives tooth whitening pen. Smile Actives is an easy way to dramatically whiten your teeth anytime and anywhere. Are you ready to take the Smile Actives challenge? 7 shades in 7 days. I know I'm doing it. If you want to know what makes me smile, this is it. Visit smileactives.com.
Hello and welcome back. We are talking all about roller derby. Look at me, guys. I am getting the hang of these 4 wheels, or might I say 8 wheels. I'm feeling right at home. I got my jersey on. This has been wonderful. This is a man that really breaks it down for everyone, guys. This is the referee. He's caught in the middle of all these wild women. Jason Thompson, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Your name, you actually have a name as well, a roller derby name, Admiral Snack Bar.
Admiral Snack Bar.
That makes me hungry just thinking about it.
It's actually a Star Wars reference. People think I just like to eat.
Okay, I was thinking that, like
and I
concession
do,
stand
but
man.
not just.
Okay, so you like a lot. So how
no, I mean it's a nerdy.
It's a nerdy name.
So.
Okay, so I love it. Now, how did you get roped into all this?
I actually started as a fan back in 2007, and a couple of my coworkers brought me, and I just fell in love with it, and I wanted to get involved. So I started doing graphic design for the league, and I started doing setup.
Wow!
Which the people that do setup for this league are incredible. They do.
That's what we were talking about. I
mean,
one of the things that is with the setup, and we're going to break this down a little bit later, is the floor. It goes.
Yes. And actually, when I did setup, it was before we had this floor, and it was still super, super time consuming.
Wow.
So
oh my goodness.
Now the setup is a lot more
Okay, so you started out as a fan. A lot of people do that. I know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your passion's there. You really get into it. But how did you train to become a ref? Did you have to go to ref school or?
No, unfortunately, there's no such thing as ref school yet.
Okay.
But I actually grew up playing hockey. I played ice hockey and roller hockey growing up. So I hadn't played in a while, and then once I got kind of roped into the world of roller derby, I considered being a ref for a while, but then I kind of liked just yelling at the refs from the crowd.
Yes.
And
people
losing
do
my voice.
yell, they get aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
So you're getting all kind of snack bar comments.
Yes, but I generally can't hear it when the bout's happening, which is nice.
That is perfect.
Because I'm a tender flower.
Oh.
But when I have the stripes on, I have my game face on. So.
Now this is your actual gear that you would wear.
Yes, I usually wear a helmet.
Oh, good. Okay, because you got to
I
protect
would,
the noggin.
Yes.
And what are you doing out there? Are you making sure? Because I know a lot of people. Whenever I was talking with some of my Facebook fans, they were talking about the movie where they talked all about roller derby. They were doing elbows, all that kind of stuff. That's very illegal.
Yes.
You can't throw elbows.
You cannot throw elbows. There's certain parts of your body you can use, and there's certain parts of your body you can be hit.
Okay. You can still be hit though.
Oh, you can be hit all day long. Like for example, you can't initiate a block from your elbow to the tip of your fingers or from your knees down.
Okay. And how is there more than just one of you that does the reffing?
There are generally 7 refs on skates.
Oh, okay, great.
So there's 2 inside pack refs, 2 jam refs, and 3 outside pack refs.
Wow.
So, and the duties for those refs vary depending on their role.
Now, did you really sign up because you were just a fan and wanted to know more, or do you have the hots for these women? I'm telling you, women on wheels. People are obsessed with them.
No, actually, I started out just as a fan, and it was really intriguing to me. But I actually met my fiance through roller derby.
Okay, I knew it.
But she wasn't a skater at the time, and actually our first date was at the Black and Blue Ball in 2008, which is our end of the year party.
Oh, that is so much fun.
So we went together, we didn't really know each other, and that was our first date, and then we just got engaged in January.
So anything else you feel like our viewers should know about roller derby that maybe they're not just getting from going and watching? Yeah. There's a lot of, you have to train for this.
You do have to train for it, and I mean, it's a legitimate sport. That's one thing a lot of people don't understand.
Well, especially with a ref. Having a ref, it is a sport.
Yes, it's a sport, and we train very hard as well. We have one practice a week just for our refs. We have trainers come in to train us, and then we have another full hour where we study the rules and go over whatever else we need to do, as well as additional skating training, which I love because, again, growing up playing hockey, I love making people do wall sits and sprints and all that kind of fun stuff.
Do you have a favorite team?
Hockey team?
No, a favorite roller derby team.
Yeah, the refs.
Oh, the
officiating
refs.
team. No, we're called Team No Fun.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're completely unbiased.
Okay.
Like even though a lot of us started out as fans, once you cross the threshold into officiating, you love roller derby. And that's the thing, like we're here to facilitate gameplay. Like no matter what happens, we're here for the skaters.
The crowd is wild and fun all the time at roller derby. I know that we're gonna, as a W3 crew, have to go and sit in the bleachers and watch.
Yell at me and
yell at you.
Yeah. Or you can cheer for the refs
and the
NSOs.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, guys, coming up next, we're going to hear from the team captains. Don't roll away.
This portion of Weekends with Whitney is brought to you by Smile Actives. Create a fresh new smile with the advanced clinically proven Smile Actives tooth whitening pen. Smile Actives is an easy way to dramatically whiten your teeth anytime and anywhere. Are you ready to take the Smile Actives challenge? 7 shades in 7 days. I know I'm doing it. If you want to know what makes me smile, this is it. Visit smileactives.com.
Hello and welcome back. Today we have just been roller derbying it up, and we are with our last guest, who is a dual team member. I want to break down what that means, but first of all, your street name, your real name is Corinne Cafferty.
That's correct.
Okay, and then your derby name, which I'm obsessed with this whole derby name, street name. I love it. I'm going to go by Stella Leto everywhere. But your derby name is Sunshine and Painbows. How'd you come up with that?
My whole life, my mom's called me her little sunshine, so I wanted to incorporate that. And I have a very weird obsession with rainbows, but, got to cause a little bit of pain on the track, so it's sunshine and painbows.
I would not want to cross you with my wheels on. So talk about this dual team membership. What does that mean?
So we have 4 home teams, and I'm on the double crossers.
Okay.
From those 4 home teams, we make up 2 travel teams, an all-star A team and then our second win B team. Ooh. And so right now we're in just getting our travel season underway. Our first game is the 31st, but right now I'll practice about 5 to 6 days a week.
Now, when you say travel team, tell us about that.
Well, last year we hit all over the country. We were in Denver for championships. We were in Indianapolis. We were in San Francisco. I said Denver.
Yeah, kind of all over. Mm-hmm. So I think that might be a little bit of a misconception. There is a league here with the 7 teams, but then you have a travel team that competes across the nation, is that right?
That one of the 7 teams is part of that.
Oh, it is?
Right.
Okay, wow. Is it kind of the main team, or is it one thing that like you just try out for? How does that work?
We have tryouts. Everybody has to try out, so regardless if you were on the team last year.
Oh, man.
Very
Tough
competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that way you always get the new blood coming up.
Exactly.
That is great, because we were talking earlier about whenever you're brand new to this, no matter what your skill level is, you have to go through that first team. You have to make...
Yes, the riders.
The riders. And then from there, do they actually compete against the other teams as well?
No.
Okay.
They have to go through a series of testing and clearing different things like blocking and agility, and then you kind of earn your spot and are drafted. We want to make sure that everybody understands how athletic it is, because even though we're, skating a lot, we also do a lot of off-skate stuff, a lot of workouts. We have a workout of the week right now, which is great. We're doing running.
My thighs have been burning, and I've just been standing right here. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this is a workout, and I'm not even hitting the ground yet, so I love that. And so how many times do you think you skate around this lap a week?
Oh God,
I don't. A lot.
Yeah, it's far too many to try and keep track of. But
Yeah.
it's a great endurance workout, and then also if you think about when you're running, down the street, and then someone tries to come up and hit you, what do? You kind of stable
Absolutely.
Yourself.
And then on skates on top of that. Now, how long have you been doing this?
Just under 2 years.
Under 2 years. Now, before you started, were you very four-wheel friendly?
It's probably been about 15 years since I was on roller skates. I was an avid rollerblader.
Oh, yeah.
And that's actually how I found the Windy City Rollers. I was just trying to fix my rollerblades, and I'm like, I was really good at roller skating. I'll try that again. And
I should do it.
Here I am.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So you actually went through the first round, that team, and then worked your way up, and now you're traveling?
Yes, I'm still on my home team, so the double crossers, and so our home season goes through June, but we start traveling and playing on the 31st and then April, and we're going every 3 to 4 weeks, I think.
Now, every weekend, is there a game at UIC, or does it switch off? Or
Well, we're doing a little bit something differently this year in that we're introducing our travel teams during our home season.
That's awesome.
So that people can understand that we're taking kind of the top from the 4 home teams and making another team. So girls that I play against on my home season are now my teammates on the travel team.
Ooh, now are you still competitive with them a little bit, or no?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. We always throw elbows when we can. And so when you travel, is that something that you guys personally have to pay for, or is it covered by being part of the league?
It's pretty much we all pay for it ourselves.
Wow, so there's a lot of love and passion behind this.
Oh, yeah. And we all support each other a lot and try and make everything happen.
I love that. How many girls do you think are involved in the total, all the teams?
Across the nation?
No, here in Chicago.
Oh, here in Chicago, a couple hundred.
A couple hundred. What a unique group of girls. I loved it. This has been so much fun. I feel like this is definitely gaining so much momentum. When we were talking about unique shows and things that people would want to see me do, they all said roller derby. I don't know if because they know I'm a little bit of a wuss or what, but they wanted to see me get out here with you girls. So thank
Get
you
your
so
inner
much.
fight out.
That is right. You're bringing out my rough Reynolds side. So thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on. Guys, you've heard all about it. Roller derby is just amazing. There's so much more to it than just skating around. I hope that you take some time, come out and see them this season. And for more info on roller derby or the Windy City Rollers, go to weekendswithwhitney.com. We'll see you right back here next week.